Congratulations, homie. 1.1 million in a short week.
So I'm working on it. Yo, what up, y'all? This is Joe Crack the Dawn.
Your boy Jada. You know what it is, the Joe and Jada show. And we have a very special guest. You know, we bring variety of guests, but they all golden individuals. And today we have a very golden individual. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our brother with his phone ringing and all that. Aries Spears, make some noise.
Yo, what up?
What's up, my brother?
Man, you gotta let me have a second to geek out for a minute. Cause, you know, like my best friend over there, you know, we came up on y'all, man, you know, in the hip hop thing. And, you know, I ain't know until I found out. Joe hit me up, was like, yo, I need you to do me a solid and do the intro for my upcoming album. I was more than happy to do it. One of my favorite rappers. But I never met you until today. And I'm telling you, I'm fucked up because I'm literally sitting next to, hands down, one of the greatest MCs of all time. Like you in my top 5, dog. And every time I do Vlad or any kind of show where I talk hip hop, I go my top 5, no particular
Aries,
order.
This guy ain't shit, man.
I always say show me love, though. Bro.
This guy, yo, Aries.
I say Jada, Hove, Nas, Biggie, and Rakim.
Nah. We ain't going for that. This guy ain't
want to
shit.
shoot me down.
Let me tell you something. The reason I love Jada the most is because the locks is unity. They there for each other. This guy is fucking diabolical. He been sitting next to me in this show. I start watching old clips of the show and I said, holy shit.
There
he
you go.
Been flaming me.
There you go.
I didn't even know.
The clip again,
he come
ladies.
Euro step.
Which was hilarious.
Little ditty bop.
Yeah.
But listen.
That is diabolical.
It went viral, but if you listen to the way I scripted it, I told them, can you listen? You're a legendary coach in the Rock, legendary coach in New York City. You won plenty of tournaments. You got A-listers out the wazoo on your roster. Now, if you was to happen to play, I'm just saying, the way you're golden, the legs that been to the 8th wonders of the world and all of this, if you was to hit them with the year, you know the Euro's 3 movements, boom, boom, boom. But if you was to hit him with the first
when
one,
you saw that, what you
then
said?
the layup, if you be unstoppable, like
it fucked me up because for a dude that is a rapper,
and I don't be shooting that.
It was comedically on point.
100 million. What you talking?
It was comedically on point.
What?
Because I didn't even know you had the Kenny Smiths.
Yo.
I didn't even know that. And I saw a picture one day and I saw the knees
was moving like,
and I was like, I didn't know Joe was built like he was injured.
You know what it is? Since me doing business with him and being with him, he got a few different walks. Like, I don't know if it's depending on his mood. I don't know if it's depending on, he might got a good call this day, nice super bags coming in.
Right.
Might have been, might be one of the days. We fluctuate. But some days he got different walks. Can you agree with me, man? He got different bops.
Y'all ain't shit.
I got different ones.
In the house, I got the Shelman Helmsley.
Oh, you do the waddle back and forth?
No, for real though. Like in the house, I'm walking to go eat some shit or go see the movie. I got the Shelman Helmsley. That's in the crib.
Shelman Helmsley.
The Sherman Helmsley.
How you gonna do George Jefferson like that, man? Called him Shelman Helmsley.
He was calling me Ari.
Yeah, dog.
I'm fried, man. I'm fucked up.
From the language to the legs.
Listen. Let me tell you something, Aries. Let me tell you, Aries.
Yes.
Let me explain something to you. You're one of the funniest guys in the world. I appreciate all your contributions. Everything you do, I believe, is hip-hop. Right? You always represent hip-hop culture.
That's a East Coast culture.
We gotta fix the Ice Cube borderline violation, right? Because Ice Cube, here in this show, this is the love of the culture. This is the preservation. This is like the national preservation forest of hip-hop. And whatever that means. And, Ice Cube, living legend. Do you ever, is it just jokes with you or do you ever feel like...
Listen, let me be clear.
Did I miss something? We skipped the whole thing.
No, but I'm doing the Jadakiss right now. I'm trying to fix this.
What happened?
Let me be clear here. First and foremost, I never attacked Ice Cube, the man. I never attacked his character. And first of all, my whole point was this word hate is being so overly abused and thrown around now that unless you have an opinion that's favorable, you're a hater. No, I'm opinionated. And then sometimes in my delivery comedically, I'm gonna be a little bit brutal. But at the end of the day, I never question his character. I never questioned him as a man. And listen, I even gave him his flowers and said, yes, he is a pioneer, a trailblazer, an icon in hip hop, especially with the West Coast. I'm just not a fan of his artistry. And by that, I'm just simply meaning, listen, man, for me, my musical palette, my hip hop palette, I'm an East Coast dude, man. But I like Snoop. I like Pop, who technically is from the East. But nonetheless, just because I'm not a fan of that does not mean that I'm a hater. And if I'm being really specific, what I was really speaking to was comedically, acting-wise. Because I just feel like, and listen, I know it's all about getting the bag and the money. And, I just feel like with sometimes artistry, a rapper can't do comedically what a comedian can, because that's a muscle. That's an instinct. That's in our blood. We eat, sleep, shit, breathe comedy. No more than I can go in the booth and do what you can. Better than you.
I saw T.I. Do some comedy. He was actually pretty good. Okay, don't go there.
Your opinion. It's your opinion.
It's my opinion.
But the comedy community will tell you otherwise. Because here's the problem. Mm-hmm. If you're going to step into another genre, you got to humble yourself. And T.I. approaches comedy with the same bravado he approaches rap. That's a different aesthetic.
Yeah.
Humble yourself.
I agree with you. I thought T.I. was funny, right? I may die one day.
Definitely die one day.
No, but I may die one day of laughter. I don't know if nobody...
Well, then I'm going to be the one to kill you.
Of laughing. Because I'm the guy they threw me out the movie theater, Eddie Murphy Raw. I went over there with the whole projects. Out of the whole projects, the security came was like, you're an asshole. You're the one that gotta go. I'm the one making the most noise in the movie theater. They threw me out the movie. I am a sucker for a laugh. Like a sucker for a laugh. So I thought T.I. was funny.
But there's levels to this shit.
Well, I'm going to admit something here too that I've been noticing. I've been looking at and said, in hip-hop, it's all about competition, right? So you got to convince yourself you're better than every other rapper, whatever the case may be. And so there's a bit of delusion and whatever. And so we start the podcast and the first thing I do is start shooting, like I want to smoke with all the podcasters and I realized I got to humble myself a little because we just started this, even though we the rookies of the year. But I could see where people could look at it and be like, yo, this guy. But this just my heart. I've always been like a warrior, a gladiator to come out there for the smoke. But I realized the podcast is a different space. It's like everybody's smiling at each other. Nobody got smoke with each other. So I'm thinking top 5 dead or alive. Who want to jump out? Where's the smoke? Who we got? But that ain't what it's about. It's about having an opinion and bringing something to the people. So I get what you're saying with T.I. Go ahead, Kiss. What you saying?
I mean, you're right and wrong. It's different kind of smoke. It's like behind the scenes. It's behind the scenes hate and smoke with this.
Yeah, but I don't think
for one, this ain't even out. We borrowing this space. Well, at least I am.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you tell me podcasting or rapping, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last show. I like it. But, you know what I mean? As long as you can do both, if people start thinking you taking their jobs, I don't.
So you've been feeling a little hate behind the scenes?
You don't. You just being boisterous. I'm just watching them from the side.
Have you ever dealt with this? Because you're one of the most liked MCs of all time. Have you ever dealt with this?
I am, but I ain't. When it's time to go 300 Spartan, then I'm not that liked as I am when.
And just so you know, it wasn't just Cube that jumped on me. 50 jumped on me too because of that. Because of the joke I made about 50. You know what I mean?
See, but 50 and them niggas, they'll beat you up, Aries. I'm just keeping it real. Maybe Ice Cube is regular.
What's wrong with this guy?
No. I'm keeping it a buck. You run into them guys in the airport, they might do something to you. I had beef with them.
Well, that's cool.
So I know what the beef is. Is it one thing for us to just like certain guys you don't play with because they're gonna jump out.
Listen,
I love the comedians. I'm like,
it's no thing with
Joe. I don't ever pretend to be something I'm not. You know, I ain't an Evans nigga. I'm a Huxtable. But best believe I keep some dudes with me too. The old Jews.
No, they gonna have to jump out.
A team of Jews.
I'm telling you.
A team of Jews. And I'll sue a motherfucker in a minute.
Yo, Fendi, we got royalty in the building. I ain't know Fendi snuck in there. He got his trumpet.
We got a studio audience, correct?
We have a studio audience. But Aries, I'm just I gotta be honest with you because you're my guy. You're on my album. I fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know, I advocate for you every time I can because I think you're hilarious. But I do know where that could go wrong.
Well, of course.
That one. The Ice Cube, you know it is. Everybody, that one could go wrong. I'm promising you.
You know,
you put hands and feet on people too. Why you just acting like he don't do that?
That's a super
But it's not about that. He's a comedian.
Listen, let me tell you the joke. It was almost harmless. I was talking about how, you know, anytime they make a brother play in a movie where he's a scientist or a computer tech, like 50 did in the movie with Stallone. I forgot what it was called, but they was in some prisons and glass cubes. And I said, you know what the difference between 50, the rapper, from 50 to computer tech? I'm a computer tech. I work with computers and do computers. I'm a computer tech. Glasses. Clark Kent, Superman. If you're a great actor, you don't need the glasses. Just do the performance. So that was the joke.
Yo, but let me tell you something, right? I've been such a fan of comedy where I believe comics should never and could never be canceled. So like the moment they fake canceled Dave Chappelle,
which I don't think
I started going in his shows to perform at his show. Yo, Dave, you in town? I want to come out, do a couple, because I believe comedy is the one sweet spot in life, whether white, black, Asian, whatever.
It should be.
Where they could talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about.
Hello?
Like, you know, that's how I feel about comedy. And so that's how you must feel about it too, huh?
Listen, three of the greatest quotes ever. Dave Chappelle, you don't know where the line is in comedy until you cross it. George Carlin, you should know where the line is in comedy and deliberately cross it. Patrice O'Neal, God rest his soul. Great comedy leaves half the audience laughing, the other half horrified.
Wow.
So that's the credo.
That's what they said.
I live by. Yeah, man.
And you from the cloth, man. Who would you say ushered you into the game? Who was like a mentor?
Hold on. This guy came in the game at 14. That's his, I think he made history. There's nobody else who ever
Def Jam 16, Showtime at the Apollo 17.
Yeah. So
what I'm saying is, who?
I was an 80s baby. So in that era, you know, prior to the explosion of Def Jam, Hollywood only allowed one nigga per decade. So it was like, you know what I mean? It was like
definitely
Red
a
Fox in the 60s and what's my man name? Dick Gregory, really, in the 60s. Pryor in the 70s, Eddie in the 80s. And then by the 90s, Def Jam hit. And now black comics was everywhere. But Eddie was my dude, was my inspiration. Because I know he started at 14. So I was like, if he did it, I'm
How does it go with comedy? Is it like rap or whatever? Like, how do they determine who's going to get the bag? Right? Because there's so many funny comedians. Like I did Hollywood. What did I do?
Squares. Hollywood Squares.
Not Hollywood Squares. What's your man? Family Feud.
Well, I want to go on Family Feud.
You should take your family, man, on there, or the Rock or D Block.
Let's go.
We should set that up. So we go on there. They got Fluffy, right?
Oh, Gabriel Iglesias,
Spanish guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about him, and then they turned around and said, "You know, this guy sold out Dodger Stadium."
Yeah.
So who determines who's going to be a big boy? Who's going to be the underground? Who's going to be, you know, in rap music? some guys choose to be underground. Where they're like, yo, I don't want to hit. Yeah. I just want to be the purest. And then some people like me, commercialize. Some people might call that sellout when I have a record like What's Love. Who determines?
Well, in terms of, if you're talking about just straight movies and TV, the gatekeepers to those is, white folks. They run that. You know what I mean? Now, if you're talking about more like stand-up and the grind, that's on you, Mm-hmm. And a lot of people always go, man, you should be bigger, you should this. Listen, my mouth is my biggest attribute, but it's also my biggest detriment. You know what I mean? So it's like, I say a lot of shit that sparks controversy. I'm a hater. I'm this, I'm that. So,
But it works for you.
It's working for me, but it ain't.
Who took off that you was like,
listen, I don't know.
Who took off that you was like,
why are you lining them up?
No, I'm not lining them up. I'm just, who took off that you was like.
There's some dudes where you just go, I just don't understand. Like there's no sense in this game. You know what I mean? There's no logic to none of this shit. The people that are where they are deserve to be there. Kevin Hart deserves to be there. Mike Epps deserves to be there. But at the end of the day, you just got to play this bullshit game, man. I feel like if I put it in boxing terms, let me put it like this. I got Michael Jordan dreams, but Dennis Rodman habits. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, whoa. I should be Madison Avenue, bop, 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 but I like porn stars and liquor. So, I got A-list talent, but my behavior and some of the things I do and say might be, like I said, my biggest detriment.
Like me and you, we got to talk maybe in the next podcast about will.i.am and what he said with Jay-Z and Black. Like, who? I mean,
I'm staying out of that.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Gotta stay out of that area. You get into this.
No, I'm going. Definitely got something to say about that.
I don't.
You ain't got nothing to say about that. But my point is, them guys became huge, right? They beat me for the Grammy. All black. They beat me for What's Love. What's Love was like #1 in the country. They beat me for the Grammy. This is before Fergie, right? Once they get Fergie, they start making world music and all this shit, and they take everything, right? But those are guys that went out there that surprised me when they were selling 10 million, 20 million, this, that. Not saying the music ain't good, but that's what I mean. Like, you seen somebody leak through and you was like, whoa. But to just give you some gems or some knowledge right now, because we talking, even though this is funny, but we talking about some serious shit. I think you figured out everything. You just answered it. I think if you analyze this video, you can make certain changes to catapult you to the next level. Just look at the words you said and just make some adjustments.
I think part of what puts me, or what's gonna put me on this path, is doing stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, for once upon a time ago, I was against the whole social media, putting stand-up clips out. I was against that. But then I was like, you know what, man? I took a page out of Matt Rife book and was like, let me hire a videographer and let me, pay to play. And because I did that, I went from, within the course of 3 months, I went from 300,000 Instagram followers to 1.4. My Facebook jumped from 300,000 to 1.8. So, and people, is funny. Like, I always say most people are fucking idiots, because people will say shit online like, man, all he do is crowd work. Do he ever tell a joke? And I said, listen, man, you don't give the kid cocaine away for free. I'm giving you a sample of the product. Once you like the sample, now come to the show and pay for the key. I gotta tell you this? I gotta cut up your food for you to eat like your mother did when you were a toddler so you don't choke? Certain things is common fucking knowledge. Why I gotta tell you this? That's crazy. Man, he's funny. All he does is impressions. So I'm 36 years in this game, and all I know how to do is dunk?
Man, I sit down in the studio sometimes. Like, I heard some shit somebody said, you definitely don't want no part of this, what I'm about to say. He's not responsible for the next line. But somebody said, they not like us. I forget who it was, said that it wasn't mixed right. Somebody said, yo, that wasn't mixed right. Right? I forget who. James, look that up right now, because that's important. Somebody said yo, the music wasn't mixed right. Right? And then some people agreed with the person, Rodney Jerkins, somebody agreed with him and said, yeah, you know, it could have been mixed better, right? But all we know is that they not like us, is a smoker. That shit tilted the whole hemisphere, right? And so when I get in the studio with producers and they start to talk about a smash hit record, they be like, the snare wasn't right, the 808, I'm like, yo, bro, no one gives a fuck about what it should have been or how professional it is. The fucking record's number one. It's a fucking hit. And I've been in there in the studio with producers. This guy didn't use the Tinkerbell right. He didn't, yo, my man, who gives a fuck? This shit is number one. And so, who was that? DJ Vlad said what?
Well, listen, Vlad.
No, but the engineers agreed with him. They said, Kendrick sent that shit in and said, I want it out in a half an hour. So the engineer was like, yo, I couldn't even mix it. It was just, it was a good, it was a smash hit. He did the best he could and that shit went out there. So he actually was right. I didn't hear it like that. When I hear that shit going crazy in the club, in the stadium and everything going crazy, I'm like, yo, it's a hit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know how we were supposed to end
impersonation. No, because why did I come up with that scenario? You know, I'm fried. I keep telling you.
You showing me.
No, I'm fried.
What do people ask you to do? What's your most successful impersonation?
Oh, shit.
What'd you say? I know they all are, but
they like the
Tony. Gotta be one that people always ask you to do.
They like the Tony Soprano.
Oh, yeah, you be killing.
Fucking Meadow and AJ. She's going out of the fucking Aries. Got the Matagapa with the good fucking gravy. All my kids love it. Meadow and AJ and my sister Janice and fucking Johnny Shaq.
Yo, that shit is crazy to me. That shit is...
I don't know, my voice might be a little fried.
You ever walked in an Italian spot, an all-Italian joint, and you start talking like that, the whole fucking place will look at you, right? They be like, yo, what the fuck?
They love it. And when I do it at the show, it's like the Italians go, fucking niggas good.
You know, that one guy, he does a good Denzel.
Oh, just C King?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Of all the dudes that did Denzel, me, Godfrey, my man Reggie Reg out of Chicago, C King, and Dean Edwards. And again, this plays to people going, man, you a hater. You don't give it up to other people. I said, listen, C King is so cold with it. I stopped doing it because I felt foolish. He's dead the fuck on. And every chance I get to promote him, I tell people will still hit me up and go, yo, you're Denzel. I go, C King, he got the crown, man.
He got that.
He got the crown.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Sometimes, you know, you got a big, sometimes somebody does something so good, you don't want to fuck with it.
Well, you know, everybody, like there's certain impressions that everybody owns. Like you go, Frank Caliendo owns Madden. C King owns Denzel. Jay Farrell owns Will Smith. So for me, it's like Tony Soprano, Shaq, you know.
As long as I score 28-10, I'm going to dominate. If you don't score 28-10, you ain't going to dominate. I get the ball on inside, outside game. You got to get a big dog the ball, man.
Yo, but why you got to put the eyes?
That's the comedic. That's
the part of it. Yo, why you making it look like he in the back of the bus, man? Shaq is so rich.
Just like that.
Yo, he sound just like, but you ain't see the eyes? Yo, yo, kid.
Shaq.
He was doing the real.
Shaq loves it.
In the yellow bus.
Shaq loves it. But
Shaq loves it?
He loves it. He was on Drake.
Hey, I love Jadakiss, but he really fucking me up with this Euro step shit.
I might
this
get
is like,
to a contract.
No. You being a comedian, you seen that shit. You thought somebody helped. Anybody threw the battery in his back for him to hit me with that? That was too good. Yo, that shit was too good.
Joe, I can't keep fighting you for verbal rebound position. Listen, rappers and comedians
have a
little bit of, because it's wordplay. It's jokes, it's metaphors, it's punchlines. So that's not a surprise. Listen, I can rap, but I'm not a rapper. But I can some lyrics. Facts. Let me see. I don't want to embarrass myself, but because I tried to do a Biggie impression and it was awful. But I wrote the lyrics where I said something about Biggie baby delivers cold like the shivers, talk slick shit, spit game is vicious, malicious. How I roll through you like a cancer, doc speak bleak, Talk about your chances. Seem to work slow. The chemo. Flesh to the bone marrow. Life went on arrow. Fuck sorrow. Fuck beef. Make peace with your priest at least. Nigga, think about tomorrow. Papa, spot ya. Biggie B done dropped ya. Chris, keep it real. Keep it frank like Sinatra. Something like that. So I'm not a rapper, but I you know what I mean?
I can respect
and I'm
that.
better than this new generation. These niggas is garbage.
And you was using the B.I. voice a little bit.
Oh, how you? But I don't really have it like
how
that.
How you feel when you go into enough people have jacked Biggie's voice that he don't have to be that accurate, like, you know.
But when I did
every fat dude came up to me with Biggie voice.
Yeah.
I personally, no disrespect, guys. If you want to learn something right now in hip hop, I think I've been in it for a long time as a fan, as a rapper. Don't jack nobody. Their style, their voice, their swag, you're wasting your time. Do you know how many guys I met that were fucking dead nice? That all they had to be was dumb. And they might have been a superstar, but when they come on, and they doing the voice, I don't like nobody sounding like nobody.
That's why when I get called an old head for going, yo, why don't you like this new generation? All you niggas sound the same. The same melodies, the same cadence, the same flow. There's all you niggas sound the same.
But it was always like that, right?
No.
You have, listen, if you, Tretch.
In the 90s?
Tretch was rhyming like this. Dude, y'all niggas, it's crazy. If you look at every video at that time, every rapper from anywhere was doing, whoever's been popping, they've been jacking these people. If DMX, Tretch had that move, if DMX was, you know how many guys I've seen come in the studio with a dog thinking they
those guys didn't last.
No, at all.
So originality was a thing back then.
Oh no, very, very.
But now it's commonplace to be the same.
It's crazy. But I do believe that this new generation is a lot different from and I'm not trying to hate on them or talk them down. I just say that they're looking more for the bag or the lick. It ain't so much culture. It ain't so much, legacy. This was the legend, this is the legacy. They like, yo, for some reason, everybody, I don't know if it's like that in comedy, but everybody think they could be a rapper. They think this is the easiest job in the world. Everybody. The guy at the Target, the guy who works the front desk in this building, the guy at the deli, the dudes on the corner, everybody think that rap is just the easiest shit in the world, and they could become successful.
But a lot of people feel like today it is, because it's garbage. The shit is just not as potent as it used to be. It's garbage. So the dude at Target can be a rapper. It's stepped on. Baking soda. I'm telling you, if I really wanted to, I could do this shit. But my passion for excellence won't allow me to sound like garbage.
I try to tell, like, guys, similar. I try to, but not so offensive. But I try to tell, like, my nephews or whoever try to rap and all that. I'd be like, yo, it's so much easier for you now. Like, we had to guard rock him. You know, even Fat Joe, I discovered Big Pun, but I went to the school of Big Pun. Meaning, we double platinum and the party's outside and we the hottest. And he be like, fuck that. We writing rhymes today. It's 90 degrees and everybody coming in the Benzes in the truck. Yo, we going to Orchard Beach. He be like, fuck all that crack. We writing. And so I went to the school of Big Pun where he will bust your bubble. Like the way we used to rhyme when Big Pun was alive, it's not even healthy for your brain. Like you find a way to put 50 words in one loose leaf.
That thing. One of the most classics ever. That diddly, diddly.
This is exactly what I'm thinking of while I'm explaining it to you, right? It's like when we did that song, it was like so much pressure to put every word together, everything together. And now you got to have some swag, some melody, something. It's definitely easier now.
Listen, man, I sent out a post one time where I said, Biggie's Niggas Bleed should be a tutorial for anybody trying to rap. Because with that, with that picture he painted, with the melody and the pace of the song, You thought you was looking at a scene in a Martin Scorsese film. I mean, it was vivid. And I'm like, that should be, if you're going to be a rapper, you should have
in real life, I can't say much.
Yeah.
In real life, I can't say as much as him because they was actually part of the team. But, Biggie was my man. And I seen the Scorsese picture in real life. I was in his house hanging out with him in Brooklyn, and he just got lit. But I mean, like, just got lit. He was like, yo, Joe, come to my show. I think it was Roseland at the Palladium. I got a show tonight, this and that. And Biggie was like us. Hockey shirt, shorts, whatever, this. And man, when I seen the pictures of that party, where he had the salmon suit on with the gaiters, I seen him transform into that character. Not saying he ain't the real deal, but I seen it with my own eyes. It shocked me. I knew him and I couldn't believe it. Like, he did so much for the culture of, taking, if you think about Biggie, everything was underground before that. Like, so a song like Mass Appeal, there was straight hardcore beats, Primo and lyrics from Guru, rest in peace. That was a hit. And that was playing on every radio station. And it was like hardcore shit was the hit. And then Biggie turned it into like taking those samples and making it a super hit. Right? So his vision to rap on those beats and to take it to another level, everything about him, it still blows my mind every time I listen to Biggie because I just can't believe he was that good. Like, and his cadence and his flow.
It's funny because, again, when people go, yo, what's your top 5? And I say it, and I've seen this online where people go, I don't know how people put Big in their top 5. He only released 2 albums. And I'm going, listen, how much evidence do you need to see to tell that somebody is special? So what do you think, that if he was alive, he would have just fell off? It was going to get better. I don't need 8 albums to know what you're worth. You showed me the first time. So come on, man. That's why I'm telling you, man, people are fucking stupid. Most people are fucking stupid. Like, you really don't see it. You don't understand it. And because I'll say that, oh, this nigga here. What you want me to do?
Staying true to your opinion and you voicing your opinion. I don't disagree with you. I've had young kids tell me that Biggie sounds like to the hip hop, to them right now with the way they rap. Yeah. The youth is crazy.
Look, our heroes, my heroes, like I said, I grew up on y'all. Rakim, KRS-One, you know what I mean? Biggie, they heroes is Lil Uzi, Satchels and Purses.
I can't disrespect Lil Uzi on here. That's your opinion. He's my guy and I love him.
Well,
what was your experience like on Mad TV? Because when I saw you on there, it was like you was fucking lit beyond. It was like one of the first black people on Mad TV for me.
Yeah.
Were you?
No, actually, before that was Orlando Jones, Phil Lamar, and Deborah Wilson. I came in season 3.
He was one of the latest.
Yeah, listen, man, again, if I could have had it my way, I would have loved to have taken the path of Eddie Murphy, a couple years on SNL and then to the stratosphere. But I didn't get a chance to play in the NBA. I played in CBA or the ABA. You know what I mean? Mad TV just wasn't SNL.
Let me tell you something.
But
they always got that little white affiliation. With no disrespect to my white brothers and sisters, but they always got like JB Smoove.
Yeah.
He's pretty much a black Jew. Like he with that Larry David. He must be performing at every bar mitzvah. JB Smoove is Jewish. Don't get that fucked up. They got that, once you get that little
JB Smoove
Eminem cosign, I'm telling you, that's my man.
He's from Mount Vernon.
They love him. The Jews love him. He's down with Larry David. That's his crew. Like Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan keep it all the way hip-hop. Big gold chains. Like, I be worried. I be bumping into Tracy Morgan's one guy. I bump into the hood in a $1 million Lamborghini any other day with the top off. I don't know what the fuck he doing there. He driving by himself, no security. He's all the way hood. But for some reason, the white people really love Tracy Morgan.
Well, I mean, he hit all the right notes. You know what I mean? Saturday Night Live, 30 Rock. You know what I mean? So he hit all the right notes. And listen, I've worked
So there is a truth to that.
Oh, absolutely. And listen, Tracy, man, you know I love you. We comedians, but I always go, Tracy Morgan sounds like a New York City drag queen.
Yo, shit.
Yeah, Tracy, how you doing? That's comic banter, man.
This guy shitting on all my idols, huh?
But that's what comics do, man. If he was here, he'd hit me back. Yeah, I'm Tracy.
Tracy caught that bag, too.
Yeah, he sure did.
Whew. That motherfucker got too much money. Every time I see him, yo, can I invest? He don't even know what he want to invest in.
Yeah.
Every time I see, you want some money? Can I invest? Like, yo, Tracy, I don't need no money now. That motherfucker got the super bag. You know, he told me, he said, if he dropped, because we live in the same neighborhood, his shit is bigger than mine. Don't get it fucked up. His house.
That 30 Rock money.
I think it was that Walmart money.
I'm sure that made the bag heavier. But NBC, Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, 30 Rock prime time.
I'm sure he had the bag, but the bag.
Yeah.
You know, when you lawsuit, it's like, you don't get no taxes on that or nothing. You get the whole, whatever you get. But he said he called the cops on his, if he sees his brothers and sisters in that neighborhood, because they don't belong there, he'll call the cops like, yo, they outside.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yo, how does it work when you try some material and it don't land how you expect it? Would just throw it out or?
No, you just go back in the lab and rework it. And you know, I always say a joke is never done. Because you don't know at what point, at any point at night, you on a stage and you say one word that takes it from here to here. So a joke is never done.
You know, Big Pun was real funny. And I grew up with some funny guys.
Yeah.
And I had this one friend, and maybe this is what you're talking about. If he gets you laughing, he will double, triple, quadruple, 5 times, double down. Like, he'll just keep on with the shit where you can't, you know, where you got cramps and shit. Like, you just can't take it no more. Yeah. He's like a real assassin. You know, he's like the movie Killer or some shit like that. He really trying to kill you with the shits.
That's my approach on stage, man.
Like, if you got him, you're like, oh, no, I'm going to finish this guy,
My approach is, I'm Mike Tyson in the 80s. We ain't going 2 rounds. I'm trying to tear your head off. That's why I'm glad I came up when I did, man. I got these T-shirts I'm going to drop that says, built 80s tough. Because the shit we did back then, kids don't do now. And I think it's kind of made them a little soft.
When you went to a show, what show, one of the shows you went to where you was on the lineup and there was some other people on the lineup, say like for us it's a summer jam or something like that, and you like, yo, I'm going to smoke this, and you walk out of there, you know, top dog, you know, that night. Who else was on the lineup?
It was the after Def Jam exploded, it was the first Def Jam tour. And it was Adele Givens, Reggie McFadden, me, Bill Bellamy, and Bernie Mac. And Bernie, step your game up.
You let that bitch up.
Step your game up.
You know, because every time I got a concert, Fabulous wants to perform after me. I don't know why. We got to ask Fab when he come here, because I've watched him sit in the car. Like, the lineup says Fabulous, then Fat Joe, then Nelly or something like this. The man find a way all the time to perform after me. Fendi here. Yo, Fendi, why does Fabulous want to perform after Fat Joe in every show? Like,
did you ever
Seattle, Washington. I'm going to ask him when he comes on the couch. But I'm just trying to tell you, is there anybody like that you just like, oh, he trying to, like, because Fab is particularly the one that he want to perform. I mean, Europe, anywhere. I don't care if I got the #1 song in the world. He gonna find a way to come late to perform after.
But why is that, you think? Is it because,
we gotta ask him, because I'm confused, because he's my friend. He's my buddy.
But I'm asking you, do you think it's a thing where it's like he doesn't want to follow you or he wants to?
I'm confused. I keep telling you, I'm confused. We done did everything from stadiums to little low budget. You know, every last minute, you know, it's a nice winter day. They call you and they be like, yo, somebody's having this birthday party. We got a little bag, pull up. And it's me and Fab, and I watch him in the car like this, waiting for me to go on, perform. The minute I'm on stage, I see Fab come in. He grabbed the mic after me. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he does that to everybody. He does it to me. Who does that to you?
Nobody really, because, you know, whenever I would do, you know, theaters with 4 or 5 other comics, your placement was your placement. I want
to go before rap. I want to go early anyway and rip the gizzatrons off and leave you with no gizzatrons. I don't want to go after. I want to make it pause hard. I don't want to go after.
That's a super pause. But let me tell you something. I feel the same way. I got no problem at certain places where I go. If they'll be like, "Yo, Joe, you got a half an hour?" That's even easier for me. That's hit mania. I just keep bang, bang, bang till they dizzy, and I'm out of it. You made a mistake if you want to perform after me, especially if they say, "Yo, Joe, just a half an hour, 45." I'm just coming with straight hits.
Let me, you know, you said earlier that, you know, you're a fan of
They did something to me last week. They didn't do nothing to me. But I'm out in L.A., I got a concert, and I knew it was a mistake. So they put me before somebody, and I was like, "Oh, this is a mistake." I said, "Because I'm about to tear the paint off this bitch so bad that this next person who perform after me, and they're legends." And I was like, "This is a mistake." Like, but I ain't say nothing.
You know what talking to him is like playing double dutch. You gotta try to jump in. Because even when I started to say something, he went back to
you said verbal
rebound position. Either or.
Yo, me and Nori, we go on vacation.
You feel what I'm dealing with over here?
Man. Because I clearly was off the runway, and that nigga said, and then here's the thing. So let me, you earlier said you love to laugh and you take a joke and all that.
All the time.
Does anybody ever, comedians, do you like, don't fuck with, like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody tried to fuck with you, would that bother you?
Nah.
Okay.
That's their job. I wouldn't.
Because I wanted to say, man, you got the blackest fingers I've ever seen, nigga. You got Trick Daddy fingers.
They're similar to the paint under your eyes.
Okay, there you go.
We might be cousins.
Touche.
Yo, this guy's too funny.
Touche.
Might be cousins. Don't fuck with him. He got me already.
Touche.
He got me stereotype. I can't walk the streets of Harlem with
you. After I saw the Euro
got me with the Euro.
He got the
diabolical. I know when it's premeditated.
That's
homie. That's homie in the back of Bay. That's homie in the back of Bay. He said, "You know, whenever you want to use the Euro, Joe, it's over." Like, y'all motherfuckers plant that one. That shit was too incredible.
Anybody ever disagree with the Euro? Like,
no, I agree with you. That shit was crazy, my nigga.
That was the Euro.
I watched that shit. That shit was dying.
You do got the Euro, though.
Yo, I looked at that.
We might gotta set up a celebrity game just to see if you can hit somebody with it.
Aries, all I care about is, besides God and family and health, is getting to the bag. So even if I gotta laugh my way at myself to the bank, I laugh it. And to answer you, I went to the Beacon Theater. I'm sure you've been there before, right? And it was I think it's Joe Torry. But I was late. Yeah. And the worst thing you could ever do is walk in a comedy show late. And the man caught me and he wouldn't let go. He was like a pit bull. He was like, "Yo, Fat Joe,
that's one of my worst fears, though. Like, they put the spotlight on you like Reggie and
right.
Nutty Professor.
Yo, this guy tore me up in real life.
Yeah, you talking about Joe Torry?
Yeah, let me the back of my neck got Franks.
Joe Torry is one of the
He got a good 10 to 20 on me. And I'm still sitting down trying to play it off, laughing, and the whole fucking Beekman is laughing at me. He kept going.
Joe's one of the dudes, him and D.L. Hewley, who I studied in terms of going, all right, telling jokes is one thing, but there's certain aspects to the game. Crowd work. And Joe is vicious. Joe once told a dude, he said something about his mother, and the guy goes, "Hey, man, don't talk about my mother. She's dead." And Joe said, "I don't give a fuck. I'll dig the bitch up, prop up against a tree so I can talk about her some more."
Oh, my God.
Whoa. They was in his hometown. They had to be in his crib to say some shit like that.
That's a little bit too much.
Listen, when a heckler, when a motherfucker is drunk and heckling you, there's no such thing as too much. Because drunk people turn into suicide bombers. They not afraid to die. So it's gonna be you and me. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a lot of humor right there to handle, bro. But he fucked me up. He said he could squeeze the donut out my forehead. He was going crazy.
Damn.
In front of the whole
And you
shit.
just stayed there for that?
I had to, man. I gotta be a good sport. If I walk out, that's like the guy, you know the guy, the CEO guy, who's with the side piece up at the Coldplay. If he don't run away, and he stands up.
They caught him like that in the cookie
Yeah, but
jar. He might as well should have just finished the concert off like that.
Yes.
No.
He's supposed to just sit there.
It was obvious because he
never
panicked.
know about it.
Exactly, he
was
panicked.
there like he was having a work meeting or something.
He
went
fucked
under
himself
the
up
thing,
running
bro.
away.
It made it obvious.
It should have
He
stayed there.
stood there. He would have been a normal white guy with a normal
If
white
he
girl.
would have stayed there, it would have been better than him trying to duck and the whole shit.
He fucked his own shit up.
He panicked.
That's what I'm trying to say. Joe Torry got me.
Oh, you
He
saying you
killing
had
me.
to stay?
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Rapid
Just
fire.
stay there.
Everybody like,
Tony
you gotta
Montana
stay there.
shit,
You gotta
yeah.
handle this shit. Sit down. You know, yeah, you fat fuck your mother. This. Yo, Torry, you run.
Yo,
Jada, you run out of that shit.
your shit is even worse. You right.
You
right.
done.
What happened? They said you had an encounter with the dog backstage in L.A. DMX.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, this was back when, comedy albums was a thing. So I went to the Jay-Z concert at the Staples Center, and everybody in the back, Busta Rhymes, Snoop, and I was trying to get people to hold up the album, be like, yo, support my man, da-da-da-da-da. So I saw X, and I was like, yo, X, he said, dog, let me holler at you. And so I go into the locker room, and there's one entrance in, one entrance out. About 15 niggas came in there behind him, and then the security comes in, slams the door, and stands in front of the door. And I'm like, hey, I was just wondering if you could do some joint. My voice, I don't know. I heard you, you know what I mean? So my voice, let me hear it. If it's good, yeah. If it's not, yo. And let me tell you something, man. I've been black my whole life. I grew up, I didn't grow up in the projects, but I grew up poor. And this how I knew where my level of blackness ended. This nigga was talking to me, and at one point, he pulls the razor blade out from under his tongue. And that's the first time I saw that. And I'm like, how is this nigga talking and not cutting himself? And I went, yeah, my niggerdom ends there.
Yo, my niggerdom.
I'm black up to a point. That was it.
Let me tell you something. Your man, DMX, the stories I got about DMX, he probably got more. He was down with him. But yo, DMX, man, he was a trip. He was a real trip.
He did Mad TV.
He was the real deal. DMX,
They had him
man.
on Mad TV?
Yeah, I played his mother. We did a skit where he came off the road, and I'm in the granny outfit with the gray hair and the glasses with the chain with Tim's on. And so he's like, yo, man, these bitches. You know what I mean? They don't let me fight for me, Earl. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, son, relax. We're going to talk about these hoes. So it's just me and him going back and forth. Like, yeah.
I thought of this crazy story, right? It's going to lead to a question for you, right? This is crazy.
I like
This is insane. This is an insane one, right? But it's the truth. It's uncappable, right? So I got a friend, right? He passed away. We used to call him Joe Bentley because he owned so many Bentleys. And when we go to Miami, we used to have all these drop-top Bentleys. This guy had too many Bentleys, like an Italian dude too much, right?
He died, you said?
He died, right? But I'm just telling you this story because I thought about it on the way here. I was like, who it be? But anyway, so this guy must have been the original capper because, everything I say is true. These people just ain't have an incredible life like me. So they can't comprehend the shit I be saying, right? So this man was the bigger capper than me. So every time, he was so rich, but every time he would tell me stories, I'd be like, he's full of shit. Told me he used to fuck, share. One day he picks me up in my house in Miami, he pulls up to Star Island, Cher opens the door in the bustier and this and that, he pulls her ass, walks in. Shit you can't believe, right? So the man tells me that when O.J. Simpson was in the Bronco, He was in the airport with the private that O.J. Simpson is his man, right? He was the one waiting for him and AC Green to come on a private breakout. This guy did.
AC Green.
The outcounts. But the point is, the man telling me all this shit the whole time. I know, yo, Fendi, I know he's my man. He's filthy rich, but the shit he was telling me, I could not believe, right? So one day it's his wife's birthday. And he says, yo, we throwing, his wife is named Nicole. Joe Bentley, his wife is named Nicole. So he says, yo, we throwing her birthday party in my other house up in like where Trump lives, Palm Beach or some shit. We pull up. This shit got white horses. The guy had too much money, right? I go with the terror squad. It's me, Remy, Pistol Pete. This is why I got witnesses with this one. We go in there. O.J. Simpson is in the house. So Remy and Pistol start smoking blunts with him. They having the best time with O.J. Simpson.
O.J. was smoking?
Smoking blunts with Remy and Pistol, right? Remy said she even got a picture of that, right? So I go like,
you can murder two people smoking blunts is easy.
Yeah. You right. You absolutely.
The moral to the story is when it came down to cut the cake, happy birthday, Nicole, Joe Bentley puts the machete
in OJ's
hand. And he said, you did it, nigga, you did it. And OJ started chasing him around the house with the fucking knife.
Y'all got to get an animator and turn these stories into cartoons.
Shout out to Mr. Commodore.
That's what we need.
Mr. Commodore just already start. You seen the shit he did? He did like when I robbed the gym, he played it over. He's white-faced with blonde hair, fat belly out. He's doing the Charlie Murphy. But listen to what I'm saying. OJ starts chasing him around the house with the knife. You say, you did it, man, you did it. Who would be the O.J. Simpson of 2025 if somebody killed their wife or something like that?
Who would be the O.J. about?
Who would stop TV?
What are you talking about?
Who would stop TV? If they was in the white Bronco chasing them, they might have allegedly killed their wife. In 2025, who's the celebrity?
Any celebrity.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's murder and fame?
So you think any celebrity would have the TV going crazy?
Yeah.
So you ain't got one pick.
OJ wasn't even a big celebrity when that shit happened. He just was OJ.
My pick is Tiger Woods. Because you got a white girl. It got to be a white girl, right? To make this shit go crazy. And white people...
Where did this come from? I thought he had a question for you.
I do. Here's the question. The question is, I was setting them up.
Who's the OJ of today?
2025, if a celebrity allegedly did some shit like that, who would every channel turn on to? And it'd be like,
that killed two.
But when you say that element, now you talking about the white girl, does it have to be that element?
No, I'm just thinking about how crazy it can get.
Will Smith. From slap to murder.
Will Smith running is crazy.
Oh, you can.
No, you might
and
be
Jazzy Jeff is driving.
Jazzy Jeff is.
And he got the aux cord while he's driving. He's DJ driving.
He's DJing while he's driving.
And as he's driving, it's in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Oh. Because I'm thinking Tiger Woods got the white wife. He's golf. The white people watch golfing. Because the white people love OJ. That's what made it so crazy. Right?
Yeah, but it's 2025. Black men murdering white women don't have the same cachet.
Yeah. Yo, the views of this ain't, this is out of control.
Let me tell you one of the funniest stories I ever heard.
This nigga's
when you did the Mike Tyson with Eve at the awards, and you was like, yo, you gotta take the bass out the voice. Chill, Mike, chill. That shit. I told him
What's that story? I don't know that story.
No, one day Mike was talking crazy to Eve.
Like what crazy?
Out of this world, great. Like
Picture I'll eat your kids and I'll fuck you in your ass.
Not like that.
Not like that, but
yeah, no, he was saying
what happened? Mike
he was saying that crazy shit to him.
And you think
she must have looked at like a steak instead of, when you see
you thought
something.
He was gonna fuck you up?
Listen to the story.
You know when you see something and you say something in your mind? He was doing that, but it wasn't in his mind. He was just, whatever he was thinking, he was saying it. And me, Styles, and Luch is like, somebody gotta be the crash dummy. Then we gotta hawk. Somebody gotta get their whole face broke. And then we gonna hawk them after that.
Sean Don.
And we did 20 first fingers about 20 million times. Nobody wanted to
take the first hit.
But Mike was telling her that crazy shit. I want to tell you, he was saying that crazy shit to her. And we like,
he did that to Remy. But we was in his house.
That's after she shot the girl before.
That's after that's before she allegedly shot the girl.
I
turned the time we went to his house, he opened the door ass naked.
Grand jury, she can't do that.
He opened the door ass naked. And I was like, yo, Mike.
Hearing that.
No, I said, yo, Mike. Yo,
Mike was on that.
Yo, you gotta have heart to tell Mike Tyson, like, yo, my man, throw the towel on, man. Like, and I'm with some allegedly.
You at his house, though.
Yeah. I'm with some alleged.
Like this. Hello.
He was like, yo, Joe, this is the boxes. Yo, my man, you gotta stop. Then we go inside, and the type of things he was telling Remy, I felt pussy if I didn't like address it. Like I had to be like, yo, Mike.
Oh, that might have to be around the same time.
It's the same
Mike
shit.
was some horny demon
shit. He was losing his fucking mind.
Just bugging out.
Yo. Yeah, Mike is crazy. He was like, yo, Joe, he showed me a brand new Benz. It was like a 500, some brand new shit, never drove. He was like, yo, you just leave her here. You got the Benz, The shit was crazy. Like, I was like, yo, my man.
Ooh, just leave her here. And
yeah, like.
That's some terrorist shit.
Remy was looking at me. Remy's eyes looked at me. Her eyes opened so big. She was like, nigga, you better not leave me in this fucking place. I think her brother was with us too. Everybody was looking like, yo, like we gonna have to like pound Mike Tyson out. We have no pause, no choice. We gonna have to like, it's nothing we can do. Like he was like, yo, showed us the brand new Benz. Shit was like 150, 200. Nobody even had that shit right then. They just still had the sticker. We was like, nah. She got to go with us, Mike.
Bananas.
No, that shit was crazy, man. Oh, it takes a lot of courage. It's almost like a guy at the movies with his girl, and they rap it to his girl, and they disrespect his girl in front of him as they 10 deep. You know you're going to get your ass whipped. A lot of these guys are cowards. They won't defend their wife or their girl or shit like that. But the guy that does, he gets the beats.
Well, sometimes the girls are the reason why they get in the situations. Because she get mouthy and start doing a whole bunch of extra shit.
Whoa.
Did you beat that?
Let me tell you something. My wife used to force me. This is when we used to have 100 guys. You're a real nigga. Take me to the club tonight by yourself. You don't need the crew, this, that. I go to the club. I see the guys we beat up the night before 100 deep. And I'm like, there you go. You got it. It's the shit you wanted. Remember I told you about the shit happened yesterday? That's dumb. 100 deep. You want it? Your man's the realist? There you go. You got it, mama. No problem. This, that. Then we always got away from that. But, she used to test me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got to come up in there by yourself, this, that. Yeah, the woman could definitely talk you into some shit.
What's up with your podcast?
It's called Spears and Steinberg. Available on all streaming platforms.
There you go. You got a Jewish guy with you.
Yeah.
Playing the game.
The money.
Check out the YouTube channel, Spearsburg Pod. Hit like and subscribe. And I always tell people, look, we like 679 episodes in. But start from the beginning. Because when it's like, you get a chance to hear the jokes, the evolution of the characters I do, the callbacks. And it's like masturbation and potato chips. Once you start, you won't stop.
Yo.
Binge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just binge, man.
That's the
You know
big
who I
shit, the
hear
titty
is
shit.
making big money with this shit is the Country Wayne. They said on Facebook,
Yeah.
he got a chokehold over there. Remember I called you that time? Dove is here. She does my social media, and I called her and I was like, yo, I heard that dude is clearing checks over there in Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this if you know how to finagle this shit, there's money in it. So, and I'm kind of just on the cusp of figuring that out, you know?
When you get it, though, that shit is a pew pew.
Oh, yeah. So, and also slide into my DMs and Instagram, and I'll chop it up with you and send you the links. Spears and Steinberg.
I like that. And you on tour right now too, right?
Yeah, all year round. I hardly ever get a break. But, yeah.
Me too, man. What about you work a lot too? Like, I find myself not being able to truly enjoy my peace. Because I'm always thinking about, all right, Thursday we out to Vegas. Then Saturday we in Canada. Like, how do you do it? Is the same way through your week or you don't care? You just go.
No, that shit's on your mind. You gotta, it's constantly thinking about.
You can't really just chill, huh?
But I read some shit today that said you gotta make time for yourself. You gotta make some time.
But wherever you go, sometimes is it like, because for me, it's like sometimes if I'm going to Miami, I'm going to Vegas, New York, that's like a vacation. But if I gotta go to Mississippi,
straight work.
Man, I just like niggas that read.
Yo, listen, man. I went to North Dakota last week.
Oh.
You been to North Dakota?
Yes. Pussy value go down in certain parts of the country. I don't even call Miami. I call it me mommy. When I got that on the calendar, I'm going to me mommy, Florida, baby.
Me mommy, Florida.
Them women out there dressed like they don't like their fathers.
That's crazy. One thing in Miami is they in shape.
Yeah.
They in shape and everybody works out over there. Like everybody. So the minute you driving down the street, it's like no other place. The minute you driving, you know, everybody got their workout clothes on. The dudes is cock diesel. They running around like, you know, Miami is definitely all about their appearance and stuff like that. So, you know, my mommy.
My mom.
That's hard.
Me mommy, baby.
Okay. What's the one? I'm going to ask you one last question. When's the one time you stepped in shit and you just said, holy shit?
Comedically? That's easy. We ended that Def Comedy Jam tour at the Garden. And at that time, before the clip that I did eventually that went viral, 14 million, I was at a radio station in San Francisco. And I did...
So it went viral back then?
No. I'm talking about later, after this moment. And I did Jay-Z, DMX, Snoop, rapping. And it went viral. But before this, the Garden, I didn't write it down. I just thought, I'm going to wing it. And I'm going to just go off the head. And this is why you have to have respect for what you do. I bombed so horrifically. And as I'm walking past Kid Capri's table, two dudes is standing over there at the DJ booth, and one of them goes, I don't know if they said it on purpose so I could hear it or just the timing. He was like, man, that nigga was garbage. And I had to walk back from the Garden to the Hotel Sheraton on 57. I felt like Will Smith in I Am Legend. There was no cars, no people. It was just lonely. It was me by myself. It was the loneliest walk.
It's like change gon' come.
So then that's when I went, you know what, dude? You got to respect this shit. So I smoked the blunt and I wrote. And I wrote the lyrics out and cut to, that's when I did it at the radio station and it went viral.
Fine.
Yeah.
You know what? He just reminded me, this podcast, there's certain guys you can't really big up like that, right? So there's some people I big up and they try to diss me. Like Kid Capri, I call him one of my top 5. It wasn't good enough. He's on his Instagram. We got to discuss this. I seen him at Ray DeJean's funeral. I said, yo, kid, I can't even big you up. Like, I can't even big you up. I call you the number 1 on my top 5 and you still got a problem with it. You on your Instagram like, yo, we got to talk about that. I'm like, yo, kid, I can't be. It's certain guys I'm realizing on this podcast that you can't even big them up. Because somehow that turns into, how we going to turn this into some other shit?
Right.
I mean.
I got to ask, because now it just hit me. I got to ask you a question. So when most people go, there's dudes that do battle rap, like Loaded Lux and Murder Mook. For some reason, a lot of battle rappers can't make successful albums. And then I'm going, and they also go, well, a lot of guys that are successful at making albums can't battle rap. And I go, when you think about a guy like Jada, one of the hardest MCs ever, if you had to battle rap, like, you know.
I can't do that shit.
For real?
I think you could, though.
I could, but I can't. They possess a special thing with that. That's they. And I mean, matter of fact, I might could, and they might be able to make classic albums. It just once the people start saying, yo, the battle rap niggas can't make good albums, and the regular niggas can't be battle. I maybe can if you push me to the limit. Or the bag was at a, because they never say who win. Whoever the winner or the loser is up to the individual's ears. Like, they never just put a thing up, Aries, 50 rounds, Kiss, 3 rounds. It just said you was there or you watched the link, you come outside, your man might think you won, other man might think I won. So if the bag is right, there's no... All you gotta do is win a good round and a half.
I think that
right
was
or wrong,
I think that was the
You get a round and a half, you could be... how many rounds? Is it 3?
3.
But it's really an art of that shit. They can keep starting over and know how to come back with the... that should take a lot of practice. I would have to go in the camp of...
See, from the outside looking in, and just as a fan, you just go...
I could do it. I probably could, but I ain't going to just step out there and say I could.
And then my question to you, Joe, is...
I want to help answer that too.
Okay, but let me ask you this. I would think, like, if there's so much potential money in, what if they were to set up like a pay-per-view and go, we would love to see Eminem versus Jada, Fabulous versus another MC, like that, and that never happens really, except with the versus thing that just happened because of COVID.
The thing I'm trying to tell you is to be careful with 50 Cent in them.
How did he get back to...
No,
it's crazy.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Where did we... Because we talking to... Are you here?
This hip-hop thing, right, is good. Well, the guys that get the most respect, they have unscathed resumes. So nobody ever robbed Fat Joe. Nobody ever beat Fat Joe up. All the guys I ever beefed with, they never got one up, right? 50's part of that frame of thought where no one gets one up on him, right? So you got to understand these guys got these type of like egos where they're not trying to take no type of L. So with the battle rap, ain't no professional rapper. Like you might find a Frejo Star, you might find one of them. You ain't gonna find a top tier rapper trying to battle for any amount of money. Jada against Eminem, this. They're not doing that shit because nobody wants that blemish on a record. And it's the same way streetwise with rappers. Once you catch that L and you on video, they were terrified at Suge Knight till they seen him get beat up one time and they had him on film. After that, they was trying to rush him everywhere he went. Arizona. These people were so terrified of him. So once they see you catch that L somewhere, whether it's battle rap or whatever the case may be, good luck walking around the same way you walk around. Now, let me go back to that original question. The truth is, there's a lot of artists out there that don't know how to make a hit record. Don't ask me why. There's a lot of artists out there that don't know how to make a hit hook. Don't ask me why. There's a lot of artists out there that don't know how to change their flows. There's a lot of artists out there that's considered the greatest lyricists of all time that never could pick a good beat. Don't know why. It's like with you come to comedy, they gotta be like a chamber. Does he rock the crowd? Does he say funny shit on the spot? Does he have premeditated shit? There's a criteria. For some reason, everybody's not born with that chamber, with every single chamber. And I watched it, the greatest, if you want me to say a name, which is not right, but There's been some of the greatest guys that we consider the greatest rappers of all time that didn't know how to pick a beat or didn't know how to really make a hit. And so some of them hid under the cloth of, I'm underground. You know, I'm underground. I don't really want to make a hit. You know, I don't really want that kind of success. I don't this. But at the end of the day, I think rappers, like I started out underground, digging in the crates. I think it shows growth if you're able to make a song like Who Shot Ya and then do a What's Love. You know what I mean? And me, I used to tell all my crew digging in the crates, I used to tell them all, yo, I came in here to be a superstar. I did not come in here to just be underground. Not pointing them out in any way, but just saying there's artists that just can't do everything. And there's some artists that haven't had the luck. Like you. You're beyond talented. Everybody knows you're beyond talented. You just ain't have no Adam Sandler in your corner. You just ain't have no, you ain't have somebody with that type of power to say, this is the guy. You know, so you, similar to us, you got to fight your way to where you got your spot. We still fighting.
One of the greatest lyrics from you that I loved, it was at that time when you said, what's everybody so mad at the South for? Switch up your style, switch to Southpaw.
I was thinking about that today.
That was me. And he borrowed it.
Jada,
I was listening. That was my original. That's my line. Google it.
Yo, Jada.
Go to Charlie.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hold on.
It's my line.
I followed you,
everybody so mad at the Southpaw. Learn how to switch your style up and go Southpaw.
Yo, Jada, let me tell you something.
Say it, but you open your mouth for. Better reason for me to just open your scalp more. Woo! What up, man? That's me, man. Let's not get this. I mean, we ain't got all timers.
No, but I gave you that. I gave you that shout out.
No, yeah.
On a super smash hit record.
Yeah.
But
it's Vision who came from Thug It Out, then he threw it on making
once again, the crossover. Let me explain something to you, right? The point I was making, right, is at that time, everybody borrowed.
No, I didn't. I'm just making sure he gotta know where it came from.
Yeah, he might have set me up with that shit.
No, I swear to God. No, I swear to God. You were the only person that I heard say that.
His shit was a little underground.
Yeah, his song was it.
My shit was smashed. No, but I still gave him the props, Jada. I was listening.
No, I don't care about
all right, but
it being a bigger song. I just don't. You're not gonna deprive me of being a part of it. That's all.
But I did big.
You gave me. I love you.
That's a big record, Make It Rain. But let me explain something to you, right? I traveled around the whole country. I did this thing, I think it was for Bud Light. And in every city, the star of the city basketball player would come out, right? So if it was Memphis, it was Zach Randolph at the time. If it was Philly, AI. And we would host every one. What I noticed that the whole entire country, from the East to the Midwest, to the West, to the South, were only playing down South music in the club. One time, New York created hip hop. That was no longer we was not running the game. The West took it, we wasn't running it. South took over the game to the point of, I gotta be deaf, dumb, and blind to be sitting in the hottest club with the hottest ball player, not to notice this shit done changed on us. You can't come with the boom back and think you're gonna pop one off. It just wasn't working at that time. The DJ gotta spin with fluidity the same shit that's rocking. So the DJ playing nothing but the down south shit. So I'm in Memphis, and the guy goes and says, let's throw it back. He throws on, the rock building's in the building tonight. Oh, the problem with that was actually number one at that time. He said the throwback. The throwback of the day, rock building in the building tonight, is because they're so used to hearing nothing but the dirty South winning all day that even though that record was the hottest shit out, they called it the throwback. Same with New York. New York was really, really cocky. I remember there was a time when New York, you listen to Hot 97 and they'd be like, yo, what's playing outside of the 5 boroughs? And they'd be like, these are my confessions. And then they had that shit in a chokehold to where they wasn't playing that. So according to the line, why you mad at the city? You got to switch to South Fork. You know how many New York rappers was
Which they could switch?
heated? No. Because at first, they get mad at you. You figure it out. They get upset. Yo, he getting to the bag. Man, the nigga made it down south here. That's what's ringing right now. So all my New York colleagues, furious. I'm reading the Source magazine. Oh, how could he rhyme on something like this? Next thing I know, everybody's the 808 rocking like this. But they was dumb mad at me when I first did Make It Rain. They were like, yo, how you can rap on that? And then everybody is just a new norm. Then New York starts sounding like the dirty South, to be honest with you. If you're going to keep it a buck. Because they were like, yo, we got to make one of these.
So, in other words, being that he was the originator, it's like you Elvis Presley'd it, but he was Big Mama Thornton.
I guess so. I bigged him up.
You know who Big Mama Thornton is?
No.
She wrote Nothing But a Hound Dog.
Yeah.
Black woman.
Wow.
And then Elvis took it and made it, you know.
Yeah.
But no, she's the real.
But he spit a bar. He
Like-
didn't write my song, brother. Be clear.
Yeah.
He spit a bar. You know, and that shit went,
Right.
you know, Make It Rain, one of them classicos. Don't get it fucked up. This is crack.
It is the first line of the first verse, though. Huh?
Yo, you hear this guy, motherfucker? Yo, Jadakiss. Yo, Jadakiss. I'm going to hire a comedian behind the scenes. I might hire you. Give me some Jadakiss jokes. Because this guy,
Oh, shit.
you tried and you lost.
I thought we
You
was
tried.
partners.
You tried.
48 hours.
You
we
tried.
supposed to be partners.
You was unsuccessful. You tried. You talk about how black as shit is.
No,
You got the-
that shit was
you got the baseball. shit
that
under
was
your eyes.
a draw.
Guys are outfield.
That was a draw. That was 1-1.
No, but that was off the top.
Nigga, I would never ask you for directions. I asked you to get to the Bronx. You send me to Kentucky. Nigga, the way you all over the place, man.
No, he said I'm fried, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
He hit you with that shit right back.
I said touche.
Man,
He gave me my
I thought that was a great one.
Dude, sometimes when you speak in your regular voice, especially if I've been smoking a lot and drinking, I get a little raspy. I've been working on it.
No doubt.
But, you know, let's get it, baby. Congratulations, homie. 1.1 million in a short week. So I'm working on it. Let me see if hold up. And I ain't animated like say a Busta Rhyme. The real shit you get when you break down my line. Had that to the fact I went plat a bunch of times zap on my influence on pop culture. I'm supposed to be number 1 on everybody's list. Oh!
I love you, Tony Soprano. I used you on the intro to the album.
The fucking course you did. You know the fucking deal. All the guys are the fucking Italians. You know what it is? I seen you with the fucking Euro step. You're pretty good.
Yo, this is Joe Crack.
Jadakiss. Another episode of the Joe and Jada show. Make some noise for our brother, Aries Spears. You heard me?
That was beautiful.
Appreciate it.